We're continuing on King's Fortress, where I immediately
So,
switched to the wave burner for some reason. Maybe that's the last weapon I had.
why did he just leave chests right at the very beginning?
Chivalry?
I mean, it's very kind of him.
I mean, he is a king. And the thing is that he did offer for us to join him because we are robots.
Oh, right. If he wants robot supremacy.
Yes. And
Oh, okay
unlike,
then.
I mean, it sounds noble and all, but you have to realize that these guys are still ruled by programming. So the thing is that in Mega Man X, there's an organization that tries to do a similar thing. I mean, they have a little bit of a better reason, but it's still unjustified.
I think that, oh wow.
Yeah, mimics.
Okay. Those are annoying in every game.
Yeah, because while trying to escape them, I missed the other treasure chest. But whatever, continue.
Oh yeah, I was going to say that, the king has a good idea because if he doesn't care about Dr. Wily, he can just go and kill Dr. Wily.
That is true, but there's something that's probably going to prevent him from doing that, as you'll see later.
Oh, is Dr. Wily actually in this? I mean, obviously he is, but
Remember, Dr. Wily sent us on this mission to go get his castle back, because King stole it.
all right. It's been so long since we started this game.
That is true. But now look how powerful we are with the upgrades. Back when, well, now our base buster can actually, do more than just one pellet per shot, depending on what I want. And I can increase my defense depending on what I want. Of course, people might call out the tedium of having to constantly go into the screen to change up these things. But I'd say, you know what, things are fine. This is one of the most annoying bosses in the entire classic series.
How does
He
Mega
hasn't
Man
showed
do
up yet.
this?
Oh, he tries. He certainly tries. You have to make every jump count. There's no correction with Mega Man, hence why this is so unfair, but it gets even more unfair later. Because you have to constantly be doing this, and then you have to aim the whatever drill thing at him, because that's his weakness, or the Mega Buster shot. But yeah, at that point you have to be very close to him to do that, and with the platforms coming up at such a pace and going back at such a pace, it's very hard to dodge to stop that from happening.
What does that red beam do?
How does
Push you
what?
back? The red beam.
I think. Oh, and those things. Yeah, I think that you dodge it by hitting the thing enough before it fires. But yeah, he also sent out bubbles that sometimes contain helpful items, but other times they contain flashbangs that blind you while you're constantly trying to, platform above bottomless pits.
Yeah, that right there. What does that do? Does it push you back slightly?
No, it hurts me. I was supposed to attack the thing charging up the beam first. And yeah, he totally... That fist also destroys the platforms under you. It is so unfair because guess what? When you die, you get sent all the way back here.
This seems stupid.
Seems stupid? It is stupid. There's no seams here. The King's Fortress is one of the worst designed things in this series.
In the entire series?
In the Mega Man Classic series, there are a lot of crappy decisions in the X series.
I was just about to say.
Yeah, but those usually don't come about until the later X games.
Well, that reminds me. I guess it's really the whole art style versus plot thing, like classic Sonic 2D games versus modern Sonic 2D games. Because I'm thinking the Mega Man in Mega Man 11 kind of looks like Mega Man X, sort of.
I'd say that his colors are more vibrant like that, but I don't think so. If anything, he's only slightly taller.
So that means that the this is a Mega Man game where he looks like Mega Man X, but it's not Mega Man X because of a timeline.
Yeah, it's definitely not Mega Man X.
So yeah, I
It's
was thinking about that.
well, the thing is, I don't think he looks. I think you'll have to look again because I don't think he looks as close as you think. But he maybe because of how the sprite is, he does look larger. And the thing is that he is a robot, so he can be rebuilt in different bodies. I mean, Dr. Light has done that to Roll like twice now. For some reason. Also, they reference that cosmetic change in like later Mega Man games after that by making you pay to have Roll be in her new outfit. Except that it's completely useless. So I don't even know why they bothered. I
Because
guess
the
for
outfit looks cool.
it's fine, except that in Mega Man 9, it's just an 8-bit version of that outfit. So why even bother? Not only that, but it's super expensive. So why even bother?
I guess that's a good point. So for bragging rights.
I guess. Also, man, I hope Gerard never tries to complete Mega Man 9 because the kind of stuff they ask you to do for some of the achievements is asinine.
Are you going to like mention even one?
Let's see. Other than beating most, well, depending on how you do it, you can beat some robot masters in like certain things. But there's one special one where you have to play the entire game without dying, and I think there's one where you have to go through the 8 stages without getting hit once, something like that.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah. So between all of that, it's really, really just unfair. And the thing is that you can't beat everything on one playthrough. You don't like all achievements have to be unlocked in different playthroughs because, for example, one of the achievements is to beat a robot master using only the Mega Buster. But another achievement is to beat that same robot master in 10 seconds, meaning that you have to use his weakness. So, and the thing is, in that game, when you go back through the stages, the robot master is not at the end, meaning that you have to basically, I wouldn't say restart, but the issue is that you just have to like reset stuff. At least, for example, there are different save files for that kind of stuff. But you'd have to go and reset one and then try and do something, try and beat all the robot masters using the special weapons and stuff in one. And the worst part is that if there's any tricky one that you've done, you could accidentally like miss the 10-second mark. And then you'd have to go throughout the stage again, make sure you're not saving, all that stuff. It's very tedious, and I think he's going to tear his hair out.
Yeah, well, a lot of maybe we wanted to harken back to classic games and their tedious ways of executing things.
Yeah, but that's not the whole harkening back thing. Does it? Look, Mega Man 9 I think has a setting, or either Mega Man 9 or 10 has a setting that basically gives you sprite flickering again, like the old NES game. I'm like, okay, that's stupid. Why? I mean, I guess it's optional, but why? That served as nothing but a limitation and just absolutely nothing.
I was about to say that it's like in Omega in Heart Gold and Soul Silver, where you can get the original music again, but I remember that most people like the original music more.
Yeah, well, we're fighting King now, and honestly, he's much harder at this point. Here's the thing: this battle is unwinnable in the first phase. he shoots giant X's at us. It's like certain patterns, but if you try and attack him, his shield auto reflects anything. So he just keeps taunting. But I know that I'm not dealing with that shield laser because that shield laser hurts a lot.
So, are you supposed to die then?
No, you're supposed to outlast the time limit.
Oh, okay then.
I don't know if the time if it's like actual time or if it's dictated by how many times he shoots off the X attack. But it looks like Blues has been repaired for when he was cut in half at the beginning of the game. See, that's a reflect laser.
So now they both have reflectors. It's like Smash 4.
Yeah, but now he's using his super burst thing. There wasn't. I forget though. Wasn't he supposed to have like a core that is constantly on meltdown and needs to be constantly repaired, but he doesn't trust Dr. Light enough to actually fix it? Yet he keeps pulling stuff like this.
I mean, when's the last time that's been mentioned? Probably he just went and fixed it.
I mean, it was a prominent thing in the comics that got cancelled. God dang it! It's a good thing that says strike and not attack, or else we'd be in copyright issues.
I know that you're intentionally ignoring your puppy, but I just want to say something about it, and so that's me mentioning that it's barking and it's very cute.
But it's not. It's nowhere near me. It's outside, sleeping. What are you hearing?
Also, wait, did
Oh, you're just going to ignore that too? Well, he's out of energy right now, but he's fine. We're just going to ignore your hallucinations? Okay, sure, fine.
King just killed the Blues? I mean, you hallucinate all the time.
Hey, I hallucinated like once, and I had
talking
every
about that
reason to
time.
hallucinate at that point. Like I would say that's a dark time, but man, I do not want to go through that again. But yeah, his weakness is the lightning bolt, so to try and avoid.
So wait a second, did you just decide to not do Mega Buster only?
Remember, I don't do that for like the extra bosses.
Oh, okay then.
Oh, only the robot masters. But yeah, I also got something that saved me weapon energy because usually you don't have enough thunderbolts to kill him in one go. But since I bought the energy saver, it helps. But apparently, Base like respects at least, even though he's a bad guy, he respects humans enough to like. Well, they made us, so respect and all that stuff. But yeah, see, King's all merciful and wants to get Blues out before his systems gets permanently damaged.
King wants to do that?
Yeah, he's like the king of all robots, so he respects them. So
Maybe King fixes his reactor then.
Maybe. I don't think so. But yes, now it's time to finish. Now it's time to finish off King. But now we must find out why he's doing this.
And King takes off his mask and he's Dr. Wily.
Oh my gosh. He was built by Dr. Wily. That means that Dr. Wily was behind this entire time.
So Dr. Wily is fighting his own robot?
It's complicated. Actually, it's not that complicated. I'll explain it during the other boss battle, which we're going to have it. But yeah, King's just like, I can't believe I'm doing this. I don't want to do this anymore. But Dr. Wise's like, oh, no, you don't. You're going to fight. You're going to like it. And so he puts him in the brainwashing jar of jam. The jam jar. But yeah, I'm just going to say this outright because I know you'll eventually ask me. The thing is that Dr. Wily he was convinced that Base was the strongest, but he kept losing to Megaman no matter what. So basically, he put all of his efforts into building a new more powerful robot in secret. And the thing is that Base has shown repeatedly that Base will constantly undermine his efforts to build more powerful robots because Base thinks he's the most powerful. It's shown in like Mega Man, the Power Fighters, and the Power Battle. It's happened before. So what he does is that he makes up this whole story about King kicking him out of the castle, and sends Base after it. What this is basically a test between if Base is really the strongest, and if there's just something about Mega Man that makes him too hard to beat, or
So
if he's actually
basically,
surpassed it.
he spent millions of dollars on something that could be solved by just putting them both in a ring and going, "Hey, you guys fight."
I mean, sort of. The thing is that Base is only strong enough to fight because of that copy chip thing, and he fought the 8 Robot Masters. So, I mean, the Base Buster is upgraded now, but technically the only upgrades to the Base Buster at this point were actually from Auto and Roll. So maybe Dr. Wily's plan actually is brilliant, because he basically just made Base actually have enough drive and reason to become stronger through this means, and furthermore, he's convinced Otto and Roll to upgrade him for him.
That's a good point. 'Cause I mean,
So
unless he was completely unable to upgrade Base himself, I mean, he built the Robot Masters. He could just give him all the copy chips. He could just give him every copy chip from Mega Man 1 to 8.
well, actually, no, he doesn't. You have to remember that with the chips that are carried, not every robot that's built in this series in that Robot Master is built by Wily. And I would say that if he went around like stealing chips from like the robots to just like give them to Base, then I think that might be a good plan, because if he built it anyways, why not, if he brainwashed the Robot Masters to begin with, then why not just give him the copy chips to stuff? But I guess this is checking out his combat capability again, just in a very roundabout way. I'm sure Wily thinks it's brilliant.
I mean, I want to say Wily is dumb, but he managed to stay alive so long.
Yeah. I don't know what to say about that. There's a certain way how you said that sentence that's kind of interesting, considering things going forward, but you won't know the context as to why. By the way, this thing is very hard to hit, because the only weakness is that very tiny little glass dome up there. In fact, it is so hard to hit that basically, because they know that Mega Man. By the way, I hung on to 1 HP for so long there. It was great. But it's because they know Mega Man can't physically get up there. They put a platform that goes up and down in this stage, just so Mega Man has a chance.
How kind of Wily to do that?
How kind of what?
How kind of Wily to do that for him. Just
Oh,
place that
right.
platform there.
Yeah, well, King's like, okay, don't worry, Base. I've gotten rid of my brainwashing. I'll get out of here. You get out first. All right. And he's like, oh, I tricked him into getting out of here to safety. Looks like I'm gonna blow up now. But yeah, that's the end of King. Now Base is really pissed at Dr. Wily and is going to fight him.
Because I was wondering about the fact that there's supposedly more parts here.
Yeah, I mean, if this was Mega Man's story, Mega Man feels really sorry about King being brainwashed to do all this, despite this being literally against his normal ideals. And goes to fight Wily. Oh, right. And also the whole destruction caused by the Robot Masters. Here, Base is like, I can't believe you did all this. You wasted my time doing all this crap. I'm going to kick your butt, and you're going to explain yourself to me.
That sounds like the better reason.
Yeah, I don't agree with you, but sure.